Okay, very good evening, my dear friends. So, today's our CPGET 2023 free online coaching resource person, eminent mycologist, assistant professor, Dr. D. Nagaraju garu, Government City College Autonomous, Nayapul, Hyderabad. Sir is going to explain about the economic importance of fungi. It is the most important area in all competitive exams in plant sciences, especially JL, DL, CPGET and CU sets and other sets also. This topic is very, very important and useful for you, my dear friends. Better you have to listen carefully during the class. If you have any queries or any doubt, please you interact with our resource person. Sarah is going to clear or clarify your doubts. Okay, my dear friends. So now I would like to invite Dr. D. Nagaraju garu. Sir, please welcome and start your session, sir.
Okay. Good evening to all. Dear Botany aspirants. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening and warm welcome to our fungal session, mycology session. Very important topic. So many times, so many questions raised from this economic importance of the fungi. From edible to the microbes, so many questions arise from this fungi economic importance in agriculture, industry, medicine, environment, in all the aspects, food industry. The fungi is playing the key role in most of the areas, not only the specific single area. We all know it, the fungi, the second most largest group of fungi. These are ubiquitous. These are present in everywhere. Most of them are saprophytes. Very few are parasites. Most of them are very useful to us. You know, with the single yeast, bakery and beverages, both are running. So many are earning money and getting energy, hallucination, all the things. You know, poor man food, bread, that they also preparing by using the yeast. What the technique it is? Fermentation technique, anaerobic respiration by the fungi, especially yeast, single cell, holocarpic fungi. You know, in the villages, sarai, alcohol. That also fermentation technique, the oldest biotechnology product, the alcohol. You know, our grandmothers, grandfathers also the biotechnologists. You know, they know the biotechnology, they know how the products we can prepare by using the microbes. You know how we are preparing the curd is also one of the oldest biotechnology products.
Yes, sir.
What we add? So that it is converting the milk into curd.
Third.
That is the biotechnology fermentation, one of the condensation reaction that is being processed by the lactobacillus, you know. And you know, our grand idli, jalebi, how it is being prepared. only because of you. There is a hidden technique is there in that. What is that? Fermentation technique. That fermentation is caused by fermentation. This yeast. Because of the yeast fermentation, we could able to prepare the idli, dosha, vada, jalebi. Not you, not we, our what we feel, we are the technology people, we are not the biotechnologists. Our grandparents are the foremost biotechnologists, they are the Nobel laureates, they are the microbiologists. You know,
Yes, sir.
listen their words and also you cheat them. What you know, I am the educated person, like that you cheat them. Though you are educated, you don't know other than the book knowledge. Though you are the 99%, 100% score student, you know only the bookish knowledge. No, they are the traditional, intellectual, ideological, spontaneous, and environmental scientists, biotechnologists. Because of them only, we could able to get so many products from the nature. You know, these all they can't prepare in the Western countries because they either cold or hot condition. But in our weather, it is possible. That's why our Indian grandparents are the biotechnologists, not the Western people. We can't prepare these all the biotechnological products in that Western weather condition. We have to provide special conditions to prepare this all the products. They could produce only bread. That's why their usual food is the bread. You know, and then we all know very well so many important fungi are there, especially macro fungi. You know the button mushroom. Which among is the button mushroom? In the food source. The economic important point of view, first one is food. In the food source point of view, what is the important? What are the fungi which we eat? You know, I already told you mushrooms are the vegetable meats. It's having the rich protein, 21 to 36% of the proteins are there in the mushrooms. And highly saturated fatty acids are there and highly rich proteins are there. And you know the selenium which are needed for the pulsation or heart pulsation that is there in the mushrooms that we can't find in any other food sources. That somewhat little bit is there in the apple, but very high frequency is there in the mushrooms. You know, in the food source point of view, which among is the button mushroom? Agaricus, Valeriella, Pleurotus, Psilocybe. Which among is the button mushroom?
Agaricus bisporus.
Or otherwise, Agaricus bisporus is a button mushroom, paddy mushroom, star mushroom, oyster mushroom. Like that, they are the question. You know the very frequently grown even in the normal atmospheric condition, we can grow the paddy straw mushrooms, oyster mushrooms. But for the button mushrooms, we needed 24 plus or 2 plus or minus 2 degrees centigrade temperature that need somewhat cold temperature. So it is so delicate to grow, but it's very easy to grow the button mushrooms. You know, even supermarkets and almost all the big shops, now we are getting the mushrooms products. Mushrooms, mushroom chips, mushroom curries, mushroom biryani, mushroom. So many people are made aware about the proteinaceous food. Then the chicken, mutton. Chicken, you know that are growing by giving the antibiotics. With that, they are growing the patty within the 2 weeks. Those who are eating that chicken are getting mature early. They are getting fat, very heavy. You know very well about that. Then that there is a very good, rich food source, natural protein source. Okay. And which among is the padistra mushroom? Like that, they ask the question. Padistra mushroom. It is the Valvariella valvaceae. And the oyster mushrooms. That means it look like oyster. You know the oyster, ferals, ferals, ferals. Huh? Mucham,
Yes, sir.
ferals, pearl mushroom, oyster mushrooms. You know from the oyster of the mollusks, we prepare the ferals, natural ferals, or the artificial ferals. Like that, the fluorotus oysters, the oysters mushroom. You know the milky mushroom, the very milky white, milky fleshy mushroom, that is psilocybe. Psilocybe indicates mushroom. You know the psilocybe is the milky mushroom, which also grown very luxuriantly. And also one more question, which among is the common edible mushroom? Like that, they ask the question. And which among is the wild edible mushroom? Like that, they ask the question. Don't confuse wild edible mushrooms or differ from the cultivated mushrooms. You know, so many are getting scared about to eat the mushrooms. You know, Julius Caesar, Pope, King, has died because of eating the mushrooms. Amanita muscaria. You know, death cap. Death cap. By eating that, he has died. He is a lover of mushrooms. Regularly eat the mushrooms in the daily food. But one day, his assistant cooked the poisonous mushroom, Amanita muscaria, so that he has kept the death cap upon the king. He died because of eating that Amanita muscaria. So be careful while collecting the wild mushrooms to eat. You know the always bad will attract. You know the bad, that means poisonous mushrooms are very attractive, very colorful, very attractive. Red, pink, yellow color, very attractive in color. But edible mushrooms, useful mushrooms are very pale in color, light in color, white in color, so that we can easily recognize which one is the poisonous, which one is the edible mushroom. Okay. What are the wild edible mushrooms? The Boletus, and you know Agaricus arvensis, polyporous, polyporous mushrooms, polyporous squamous, and Marcella. Marcella, you know the Marcella, this one.
Esculenta.
Marcella, Uppalama antam. Ullala Uppalama antam. Sir,
Yes, sir.
give the bad odor. Surround 500 up to 500 meters, it gives the bad odor, bad smell. అరే ఉప్పలమ్మ మలిసిందిరా అంటారు ఊళ్ళలో.
అవును సార్.
That indicate bad thing to our home or to our surroundings. We know our older people also know very well about it. Why? Because these spores widespread and the loose mucilaginous sac, from that it releases the ooze of the spores. That spores are widespread and the spores causes asthma and skin allergies. But is a highly costly mushroom, medicinal mushroom, Uppalama. Okay, and tuber, melanopop, as like a tuber, and lentinula. That also one of the highly valuable mushrooms. You know the tuber mushroom as like a black truffle. This is also very costly mushroom. Marcella, wild mushrooms. You know the Ganoderma, wood rotting fungi. It is earning $600 billion to our India every year. Because of one mushroom, we are earning so much of the money. The widely grown fungi is the Ganoderma. Have you ever seen the Ganoderma? Yellowish, brown color, earlobe shaped structures upon the wood. This like earlobe like structure, brown in color upon the wood, rotten wood and fallen trees and dried trees. Upon the dried trees, you might have seen the brown earlobe shaped macrofungi. That is Ganoderma. That is highly useful mushroom for the cancer treatment. China is totally carrying out our Ganoderma mushroom from the forest, from the wild people. Recently, we got aware about that. We are selling the product of the Ganoderma. We are earning the money from that natural resources. You know, another fungi, cordyceps, is a very highly cost than the gold. Cordyceps fungi. Cordyceps, golden color, insect-like structure, is highly costly. Even 1 gram, it costs lakhs of the rupees. Cordyceps. It is an entomopathogenic fungi. It kills the pathogens, that mean insects. Upon the insects, it will grow. Cordyceps. That is a very highly costly mushroom. Cordyceps, Marcella, Cordyceps, Ganoderma. With this, all the mushrooms, we are earning $1 billion of the money by conserving, by collecting the natural resources. Need not to go for the biotechnology product, need not to establish the big industry to earn the money. By make aware, by knowing of it, their uses of the natural resources, we could get billions of the dollars. No, there is so much, lot of usage is there with this fungi. There is a question, which among is the wild edible mushrooms? You don't forget, in the question wild edible mushrooms, if Agaricus bisporus is there, we easily kick the Agaricus bisporus, but that is not the wild edible mushroom. Okay, wild edible mushroom is Agaricus arvensis, not the Agaricus bisporus. Agaricus bisporus is a cultivated mushroom. Agaricus comprestis and Agaricus bisporus. button mushrooms. Okay, don't forget. Okay, and polyporous. You might have seen so on so many trees, trunks, porous fruiting body. So many pores are there upon the fruiting body. That is polyporous. Poly means more, porous means pores, hole, empty spaces. Polyporous. I already told you Morchella and Lentinacula and Leptodora. So many are there that are very useful, highly valuable. You know the button mushroom, oyster mushrooms, the paddy straw mushrooms, Morchella, and black truffle and lentinule. Shiitake mushroom. Lentinacula we also call it as shiitake. Shiitake mushroom. Which among is the shiitake mushroom? And other food sources, you know the what we call it as cheese. Cheese. Junnu antam kada. Cheese. That also prepared by using the two penicillium species. This question also raised so many times. Which fungi we are using for the preparation of the cheese? The cheese preparation, which among is using, or what type of what is the delicious cheese which preparing in the fermentation product? Kemimbatti, Raki Batti for cheese. You know the Kemimbatti, Raki Batti cheese that are very tasty, costly. That is preparing by using the Penicillium species. Penicillium Kemimbatti and Penicillium Raki Batti. These two Penicillium species are very, very important. So many times this question raised. Penicillium Kemimbatti and Penicillium Raki Batti using in the cheese preparation. And you know the single cell proteins. Yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Candida, Torulopsis, Catidium, so many single cell fungus, holocarpy fungus, which are using in the single cell protein productions. That means with having the single cell, it having the rich protein resources, which having the rich protein resources. That's why we call it as single cell proteins. You know the so many fermented food products, not only the beer brand whisk and not only the bread, so many other food products. You know the temp, which is the fermentation food of the legume seeds. Legume seeds, that means pulses, whatever the pulses that ferment with the aspergillus, with that they prepare the temp. Japan, the Germany, they use this food by fermenting with the aspergillus. You know the miso, fermentation of the soya bean with the aspergillus. And you know the soya sauce. Soya sauce also being prepared by using the aspergillus. Variae, aspergillus sozae. You know, by fermenting the rice with the soya, the soya sauce. Without that, we can't prepare the soya sauce. Otherwise, soya is very hard protein. We can't digest. And you know the beverages, beer, brand, whiskey, wine. Beer prepared from? Sara prepared from? Jaggery, bellam. By fermenting the jaggery, he prepares Sara alcohol. You know the barley seed. By fermenting the barley, we prepare the beer, brandy, beer brand. And the wine and whiskey, by fermenting the grapes. By fermenting the grapes, we prepare the whiskey and wine. Wine is the fermentation product of paddy, barley, grapes, apple.
Grapes. Grapes.
That you should remember is the fermentation product of grapes.
Grapes.
Fermentation product of grape. You know the French famine? French famine. You know, in the France, the major crop is the grapes. You might have seen in the so many pictures. Huh? They crush the grapes with their legs and hands.
Yes, sir.
You might have seen. They got the punishment there. What the punishment? They have to crush the grapes with their legs and hands. They have to ferment the grapes. Huh? So the French famine that caused by Plasmospora viticola fungi. What's the use of soya? You know, the soya is a rich protein source. Soya bean, glycine max.
Yes.
Glycine max is a soya bean, but it is a hard protein we can't digest. That needed soaking in the water. With that soaking, it will be loosen the proteinaceous bonds so that you can easily digest. Otherwise, raw soya we can't digest. That's why Japan, Germany, US, UK, they ferment with the Aspergillus species. They add the Aspergillus in the water and soak in the water one day so that it is very loosen the proteinaceous bond. It will easy to digest.
That's it, sir.
Okay, otherwise we can't digest the raw soya. Okay.
Okay, sir. Is it clear? Thank you.
French, where we are grapes, huh? Grape disease. What it is? What the grape disease which cause the famine? Downy mildew of grapes. Don't you know? Downy mildew, that means downside, that means lower surface side of the leaf, white patches. The disease name is downy mildew. That caused by Plasmophora viticola. Because of this single fungi, total France in the 1885 get starved 3 years, 85 to 87. Plasmophora viticola. Because vast damage to the grapes. There is no grapes production in the France. No wine industry, total wine industry, whiskey industry are collapsed because of the single fungi. What is that? Viticola, Plasmophora viticola. That caused the French famine. The French famine is caused by Plasmophora viticola fungi. Downy mildew of grapes caused by Plasmophora viticola. Okay. Okay. That we will discuss in the negative. That means negative impacts, not in the positive. Okay, harmful aspects. In the harmful activities, we will discuss that. Now we are discussing the useful activities of the fungi. Okay, beer, brand, whiskey, wine is the fermentation products. You know the beer brand prepare from the barley and whiskey wine prepare from the grapes. Okay, you know bread, cheese, soya sauce, wine. These all are mycoproteins, which all are the fermented products. You know the cheese, Penicillium camembert and Penicillium brachybutty. Don't forget the two, Penicillium camembert and Penicillium brachybutty. And you know the penicillium, you see the penicillium structure, how it is. So nice. You know the penicillin, isolated the penicillin from the Penicillium notatum. Penicillium is the fungal product, bacterial products, viral products, algal products. Algal product.
Fungal.
Penicillium is prepared
Fungal
from.
product, sir.
Huh?
Fungal product.
Penicillium is preparing from. Penicillin is preparing from.
Penicillium notatum.
Penicillium notatum or Penicillium chrysogenum. Penicillium notatum or Penicillium chrysogenum. You know the wonder drug, the Second World War time, so many soldiers are get cured because of these antibiotic. You know Alexander Fleming, you see here is Alexander Fleming. He isolated the penicillin from the penicillium. You know how he invented? With the because of his laziness, he could able to discover the wonder drug. It is not his intentional product. It is not his intentional research outcome. It is a spontaneous outreach product. You know, actually he is doing the work on other antibiotics, that means aspergillus. While doing that work, he has gone away 1 month by leaving his laboratory. After 1 month, he came back as whatever the slants, whatever the slants, cultures that are damaged, that all cover whatever the slants, conical flask, which having the culture media to grow the microbes, that all occupied by this, what it is, penicillium. So he gets scared, he felt his total research gets spoiled, but he got that thought, eureka, spontaneous thought. With the spontaneous thought, why this only one type of the fungi that is totally occupying the culture media and other bacteria and fungi, so that he tried to test upon the bacteria and fungi. By that he get realized, he got the idea, oh, it's the good, it is the antibiotic, it acts as an antibiotic, it is inhibiting the growth of other fungi and bacteria. So that product, that blue mold product is the penicillin. It is not, it is hard work outreach outcome program. Because of laziness also, he could able to isolate wonder drug, that is penicillin, blue mold, which are occupied all the laboratory. You know the aspergillus is the laboratory weed. Which among is the laboratory weed? That question also raised so many times. Aspergillus. But there is the laboratory totally occupied by the penicillium, Fleming laboratory. But blue mold. That caused the discovery of the wonder drug penicillin. Even nowadays also we using this penicillin as an antibiotic whenever we get injured, damage, bleeding, or whatever it is, skin allergies or skin damages, even at the weakness time. as an antiseptic. We use this even after 100 years. Okay, that is a wonder drug discovered, isolated by Alexander Fleming. You know, another fungi that we use in the genetic research, you know, the beetle tatum, one gene, one enzyme, one gene, one enzyme, one gene, one protein theory that proposed by beetle tatum by using this Neurospora crassa fungi. What it is? Neurospora crassa. By using this Neurospora crassa, they established the theory that is one gene, one enzyme. That means one gene can produce only one type of enzyme, not more types, more other types. Only one enzyme or only one protein can be produced by one gene. Gene action is universal, gene action is unique. Even it is there in the microbes or in the elephant, it do the same work. Because of that capacity of the gene only, we could able to get the so many vitamins, enzymes, hormones, antibiotics by the genetic engineering. We are able to get the so many genetic engineering products because of that uniqueness of the gene. One gene, one enzyme theory calls for the production of so many antibiotics, enzymes, hormones, vitamins. This one gene, one enzyme, one gene, one protein theory proposed by these two people, Beadle and Tatum. That fungi is what it is. What are this? What is the fungi?
Neurospora crassa.
Neurospora crassa. That Neurospora crassa used in the genetic engineering for the production of protein, enzymes, vitamins, antibiotics. Okay, this is the initiation step. Okay, and then you know the Aspergillus niger is using as a test organism for the determination of the trace elements, small minute elements, magnesium, copper, zinc, molybdenum in the soil. And you know the Saccharomyces cerevisiae also using in the molecular and cellular studies. You know, in the DNA synthesis, we are using the Pisarum polyseparum as a model for the DNA synthesis. You know, the Drosophila is the genetic model in the zoology, genetic model animal. Here, the Neurospora is the genetic model for the study in the plant aspects. Okay. And you know, the Pisarum that is using in that as a model for the DNA synthesis with a simple and with very less expensive for the production of DNA synthesis. And you know the ergot, I already told you ergot disease that caused by Claviceps purpurea fungi. That release the ergot in pipe. That is very much useful in the experimental psychiatry and neural disorders. These Claviceps purpurea is very much useful, you know, especially LSD, lysergic acid diethylene. These we use in the neurological disorders and psychiatry, that though it is called the disease of ergot, that end product, byproduct is very much useful as a medicine. Okay. And you know, so many organic acids, you know, the citric acid, vinegar, citric acid that we use in the so many food products, so many foods products, we use the vinegar that is preparing from the Aspergillus niger. You know, the vinegar is preparing from that question raised. Citric acid is preparing by using the Aspergillus, Rhizopus, Saccharomyces. Which one? Aspergillus. Aspergillus. The Aspergillus niger, we are producing the plenty, lot of tons of the citric acid. Okay, then you know the citric acid, it is there in all the limes, lemon. Okay, and you know the oxalic acid also from the Aspergillus, and you know the lactic acid and fumaric acid. Lactic acid also preparing by using the Rhizopus solanifer, bread mold, black mold, pin mold, bread mold, Rhizopus. These all are organic acids, secondary products. We are preparing by using these microbes. This one most important citric acid preparing from. In the citric acid preparation, which fungi we are using? Aspergillus, the lactic acid, Rhizopus. Okay, and also in the enzyme, especially amylase enzyme. Amylase in the brewing beverages industry, amylase enzyme is the needed products of the in the bakery items. Amylase. Amylum is starch. It works on starch. That's why amylase. Amylum, starch. It works on carbohydrates. Glucose, fructose, galactose, sucrose. Okay. That's why it is amylase and pectinase. It works on pectins, proteins, proteases. These all the enzymes are being prepared by using Aspergillus. You know the Aspergillus variae. Aspergillus variae. That means it's grown on Varaiza. Varaiza sativa. You know the Varaiza sativa. Okay. And you know the cellulase also one of the best products nowadays we are using in the delicating the wood, cellulose, in the detaching the cellulose layer and the separation of the cellulose from the plant sources. The cellulase is also one of the highly useful enzyme that is preparing from Trichoderma viridae. Okay. And you know invertase enzyme. Invertase that is preparing from the by using the Saccharomyces yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And you know the so many vitamins B, D, C, E, K vitamins are being produced by using the fungi, especially in all the fermented foods. B vitamin, rich source of the B vitamin is there. Idli, dosha, vada, jalebi, all the fermented food material, curd, it is all rich source of the B vitamin is there. That is because of these microbes. Okay. And you know the ergosterol. that is claviceps, from claviceps, that having the vitamin D source. And you know, vitamin A also from the rhodotorula. And glycerol, glycerol that we use, that we prepare from the aspergillus. You know, the one of the hormone, gibberellin. Gibberellin, you know the gibberellin, phytohormone.
Yes, sir.
Gibberellin.
Hello, sir, namaste.
Bakane disease, bakane. Telivi takko makka.
Good evening, sir.
Bakra kada? Bakane disease. Telivi takko makka. Ana, it wilt. It totally wilt. It bend back and it very delicate by attacking the Gibberella fusicori fungi. That Gibberella, because of Gibberella fusicori, it causes the Botany disease. Gibberella fusicori cause for the Botany disease, Napadi. Botany. That disease, whenever it causes the disease, that is disease end product is gibberellin. That gibberellin we use as a phytohormone for the gibberellin we use for what? Gibberellin, auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, ethylene, abscisic acid. These all are brasnosteroid. These all are the phytohormones now. You have studied. These all the phytohormones. The gibberellin. What is the function of the gibberellin?
Elongation.
Shoot elongation.
Elongation and
Flowering.
flowering.
Bolding.
Bolting.
Bolting.
Seed dormancy.
Germination of seed.
Seed dormancy.
Germination. Sir.
Seed germination. The germination of the seed, we use the gibberellin. You know, the aileron layer of the seeds that having the gibberellin that stimulate the
Seed germination.
phosphatase activity, ATP synthetase activity. Whenever the phosphatase ATP synthetase activity started, then glucose, with that phosphate energy, glucose will be splits and energy will be released. That energy will be useful for the germination of the seed. There is a 4-step process is there behind the germination of the each seed. It's not directly germinating, it's a lengthy process before germination. Okay. As how we are in the womb of our mother, like that, here also it is a process for the germination of the seed. Okay. The germination, bolting, elongation, we use as a phytohormone. What it is? Gibberellin. Okay. That is from the Gibberella fusicori fungi. Gibberella fusicori fungi. That is a hormone, phytohormone, which is product of the fungi. This is the product of fungi. Which fungi it is? Gibberella.
Love is correct.
What disease it cause? Botany disease. What the hormone it release? Gibberellin.
Gibberellin.
From the single gibberellin, so many questions raised. Okay. And you know the so many pigments, mostly chitin, that means chitin rich source is there, the fungi that we use in the pigmentations. You know, I already told you, Armillaria millia, bioluminescence. I already told you, Armillaria millia. For what purpose I told you? What the importance it is? Armillaria millia, I already told you. You forgot, huh? Armillaria millia, the first class, fungi. I already told you. It's a fly agaric. It shows the luminescence. And also it shows the, you totally forget. Huh? Diazotropic. Okay, then you know in the soil fertility in the agriculture field, fungi are playing main role as a mycorrhiza, you know, as a decomposer, which decompose the dead organic matter and it adds the minerals to the soil. And also as a mycorrhiza, it widespread in the soil earth as a largest network. It connects with the plants, microbes in the soil, so that it having the way, canal, channel for the supply of the minerals, and also to absorb the atmospheric nitrogen, and also to absorb the phosphorus, phosphate solubilizing fungi, aspergillus, phosphate solubilizing fungi, Trichoderma, Fusarium, aspergillus. These all are phosphate solubilizing fungi which solubilize the phosphates. And you know the worm fungi, vascular, arbuscular, mycorrhizal fungi, ectomycorrhiza, endomycorrhiza. These are all the mycorrhizas which absorb the nitrogen and phosphorus, nitrogen fixers, and phosphate absorbers. You know the biopesticide, Trichoderma, Trichoderma horgiana we are using as a biopesticide. Fusarium, Trichoderma, these two we are using as a biopesticides instead of chemical pesticides. You know, I already told you because of green revolution, we lost so much of the biodiversity, we lost so much of the health, we lost so much of the living biota, we lost so much of our health, so lot of damages happen because of green revolution. Now again, we are going back to organic revolution. Organic, natural, what our olden days people, grandparents use. That technique is nowadays advanced technique. Without using the chemical pesticides and fertilizers, by using the natural resources, by using the natural decomposers. You know, decomposing wastage material we throw in our fields before sowing the seeds or whatever it is. Peda antam kada. Emantam, whatever the dust, wastage, etc. material we place in one place, the decomposed material we spread in the fields, manure. Okay, and you know, so many diseases also will be controlled by using the trichoderma and penicillium. And you know the primary metabolites, I already told you, citric acid, gluconic acid, and itaconic acids. These are producing by using the fungi, especially aspergillus and rhizopas. Aspergillus and rhizopas. These two fungi are playing role in the preparation of citric acid itaconic acid, gluconic acid, and even amylase. Okay. Secondary metabolites, lactate products, and the chitosanes. The chitosanes that we are using in the sewage clarifications. Sewage, for the cleaning of the sewages. We are using the chitosanes. That is the product of fungi. Now recently you are seeing the ad. By pouring the liquid, whatever the some pipe which stuck will be clear. Have you seen that ad? No need to clean with the brush. By pouring the simple 2-3 drops, the total pipeline will be clear. That is the chitosan product. Simple technique. Okay. The antibiotics, the penicillin, from the Penicillium notatum and Penicillium chrysogenum. Graceopulvin also from the Penicillium graceopulvin. The cephalosporin from the cephalosporium. So many products are there. What are those products? Graceopulvin, cephalosporin, cyclosporin. These all are the antibiotics which are preparing by using the fungi, with the fungi. Okay. I already told you fungi are also using as an insecticide. I already told you the example. Which fungi is an insecticide? Bioinsecticide. I already told you Bavaria Bamesia or Bavaria bassiana. Bavaria bassiana. Bavaria bassiana is the insecticidal fungi. And Pisolithium, Psilocybe, these all are also bioinsecticidal fungi. And nematopathogens which kill the nematodes. Verticillium, especially verticillium fungi, used as a nematopathogen which cause the disease to the nematodes. To control the nematode, we use this fungi, that is verticillium and chlamydosporium. Which among is the nematopathogenic fungi? Which among is the that means insecticidal fungi? Which among is the entomopathogenic fungi? Like that, they ask the question. Bavaria bassiana is the entomopathogenic fungi. You should remember. Verticillium and chlamydosporium is the nematopathogens. You should remember these two. From these question raised so many times. So you should remember it. Okay, Verticillium, chlamydosporium are the nematopathogens. Bavaria bassiana and metarrhizum are the entomopathogenic fungi. Okay. And in the steroid preparation also we use the Rhizopus and Aspergillus. Epidrin. Epidrin? Epidrin, epinephrine, non-epidrin. That we use as a painkillers now, epidrin, non-epidrin, epinephrine. What happened? What you are doing? Okay, that also being prepared with this fungi. And we are going to the historical aspects. Ireland famine. Ireland famine. The Ireland famine? It caused by late blight of potato. Late blight of potato caused by
Phytophthora infestis.
Yes, Phytophthora infestances. It caused the late night of potato. It caused Irish famine at the 1845 to 46, 2 years. The total potato crops are vanished in the British Irish area. You know, their major food is the potato, as like rice in our area. They use the potato as a starch source. The total potato crops are vanished because of this Phytophthora infestans fungi that cause the late blight of potato. That is one of the major disease that cause starvation of the so many people, death of the so many people, financial deficit of the total countries because of single fungi, that is Phytophthora infestans. That also called as Dutch elm disease. The total Dutch countries are starved. Okay, that is one of the major disease. One of the great famine, that is Ireland famine in 1845-46. Ireland famine is caused by Phytophthora infestans. Late blight of potato is caused by Phytophthora infestans. Okay, you should remember it. And also Bengal famine in our Bengal. Bengal famine before independence, 1942. Bengal famine caused by, you know, anyone can say Bengal famine caused by? On which crop? On which fungi? By which fungi? Anyone can?
No, sir. I don't know.
On rice?
Helminthus.
Helminthus variety.
Okay.
Pericularia variety. Helminthus variety. On rice. Leaf spot disease. Leaf spot disease of rice that cause damage of the total rice crop, rice field in the Bengal, West Bengal and Bangladesh. They get starved. So many are died. So many are came from Bangladesh to our India. So many are invaded from Bangladesh to India at that time because of starvation in Bangladesh. That single fungi, that is Helminthosporium variety, that cause disease on Varaiza sativa, rice. What disease it is? Leaf spot, paddy blast, leaf spot disease that caused by Helminthosporium variety. That cause for the Bengal famine at 1942. And you know the French famine. French famine, I already told you, wine industry totally collapsed in the France because of Plasmopora viticola, downy mildew of grapes. Downy mildew of grapes at 1885. Downy mildew of grapes. And you know the Sri Lanka famine? Sri Lanka famine that caused by, do you know anyone? Camellia vastatix that caused the coffee rust. Coffee rust. Total coffee plants are affected with the rust. Camellia vastatix fungi that caused the coffee rust in the Sri Lanka. Total coffee crops are vanished in the Sri Lanka. After that, they are not growing the coffee plant in the Sri Lanka. They totally shifted from coffee to tea. Copy to T because of single fungi. What it is? What it is?
Camellia.
Emilia vastatix. You have to repeat. How many times? I only have to. Once I say, you have to repeat whenever asking. Emilia vastatix. That cause? Which it is?
Sri Lanka domain.
What disease it is?
Coffee rust.
Coffee rust. Which cause? Sri Lanka famine. It's cause for Sri Lanka famine. Disease is coffee rust. Pathogen is Emilia vastatix. We don't forget these 4 famines, the largest famines: Ireland famine, French famine, Bengal famine, Sri Lanka famine. Don't forget. So many other 3 famines also is there in the banana and in the citrus. But these 4 are very, very important. From this, any question will raise. Bengal famine caused by, Ireland famine caused by, French famine caused by, Sri Lanka famine caused by. Like that, they are the question. Okay, don't forget. You don't. Okay, and you know the loose smut of the maize is caused by Ustilago. I already told you. Rust disease caused by uridinales fungi. Smut disease caused by Ustilaginales.
Stila.
That's why Ustilago. Ustilago. Okay. Ustilaginales. Smut, whatever the smut disease caused by Ustilaginales. Okay. You know the Puccinia gramineae rust disease. Puccinia recondita is caused the orange leaf, and Puccinia coronata, brown rust of it. Puccinia sorghai, leaf rust of corn. And you know the so many root rot diseases caused by Phytophthora and Pythium. Why these Pythium, Phytophthora are soil-borne fungi? These are there in the soil. That's why which cause the root rot diseases. Root rot of papaya. So many root rot of sugar cane. And you know red rot of sugar cane. Red rot of sugar cane caused by Colletotrichum falcatum, sickle shape conidiospores. I already told you. You know the powdery mildew, downy mildew and powdery mildew. Downy mildew which causes the French famine. Powdery mildew which having the white powdery spots upon the upper surface of the leaf. That is powdery mildew. If the lower side white patch is there, that is downy mildew. You should remember these questions also raised so many times. Powdery mildew disease symptoms are upper side of the leaf or lower side of the leaf, in the lamina or on the stem part. Where? Where?
Upper side of the leaf.
On your head, upper surface.
Upper side of the leaf.
Okay. Adaxial surface. Adaxial, abaxial. Okay. You know already white rust we discussed by Albugo candida. And you know Ticca disease caused by Cercospora, already told you. Cercospora telomorph.
Arachidicola.
Cercospora telomorph. Perfect stage. Yesterday I told you. Yesterday only I told you, forgot. Huh?
Sarcospora arachidicola.
Sarcospora arachidicola, the perfect stage. You forgot, huh? Anyone? What is the perfect stage? What is the perfect stage? Don't you know? You forgot, huh? Mycosporella, I already told you, Nama. Perfect stage of Cercospora, perfect stage of Aspergillus, perfect stage of Penicillium, I told you yesterday. You forgot, then the very next day. How you can remember up to the exam? So you have to repeat again. You have to note down the important point and you have to repeat again after the class so that you will remember long. Okay. The Mycosporella is the perfect stage of Cercospora. Emersella is the perfect stage of Aspergillus. Toleromyces is the perfect stage of Penicillium. I told you yesterday. Wilt of cotton is caused by Fusarium. And you know the whatever the women diseases caused by the fungi is already told you mycosis. Women diseases caused by the fungi are mycosis. Myco means fungi. Disease caused disease. Mycosis. Okay. You know the one of the major disease to our human being is dandruff. Dandruff. Chundru antama dandruff. That is caused by the fungi. If your head is in wet condition, you will get affected with the dandruff. You don't use others' comb. With the comb, it will widespread and from one to others. You have to use your own comb. Don't comb with others' comb. Okay, that cause the dandruff on your head. It totally eat your hairs. Okay, that is Mycosporium or Melasthesia. Mycosporium fungi. That Microsporium fungi cause the dandruff. Okay, and you know the ringworm. Itch ikkada avutundi ekkada avutundi antaru kada ringworm, round itches. That also caused by the fungi. And pneumomycosis, that lungs affected in the HIV patients. And you know candidiasis is a very common disease. Candidiasis, candida albicans. By candida fungi, they are also cured by candida. Hyperparasite on fungi. You know it's candid cream that we use for the itches. ఇది ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది అక్కడ అవుతుంది అని ఆడొస్తుంది కదా itches. You know athlete foot disease also caused by the fungi. And subcutaneous mycosis, that means inside skins, it got damages. I already told you candidiasis, skin disease. And you know one more, aflatoxins that release from the Aspergillus species, Aspergillus flavus, Aspergillus fumigatus, and Penicillium islandicum. If this attack on the seeds, the total seeds will be spoiled, damaged. Instead of protein, these toxins will be accumulated in the seeds. You know, majorly in the hostel, so many students get food poison. because of this aflatoxin, because of fungi, because of not clean properly or spoiled food material they use for the chutney. You know the palli, Arachis hyposia, folded, molded seeds which having the aflatoxins inside. Acrotoxins. And you know, already told you Amanita pallidis, death cap, Amanita muscaria, Amanita muscaria, Amanita pallidis, Amanita muscaria, Nashana Devaduta, death angel. You know, inocybe, cytocybe, inocybe, which produce the muscarine, that also toxin, which cause death. And you know, so many fungi, saprophytic fungi also, which cause spoilage of the food. You know, if you place in the open place, if the bread, spoiled vegetable or fruit, what happened? The very next day, it occupied with the molds, white molds that are especially zygomasters fungi, mucor, rhizopus, you know, the mastomaster fungi, zygomasters fungi, chytridium. These all occupy their spaces. Spoilage of the whatever the carbohydrate rich food material spoiled by the zygomasters fungi. Okay, and wool also spoiled by the alternaria, penicillium, rayon cloths, wool cloths, leather cloths also get spoiled by this aspergillus and penicillium. You know, the for the leather dresses, leather shoes, leather products preparation, we use the fungi, but immediately we have to kill that fungi after preparation of that. Otherwise, they spoil the products. Okay, even the cotton, rayon, silk, these all get spoiled with the paper also get spoiled with the fungi. Leather, already told, even rubber also gets spoiled. It loses elasticity capacity. And so many wood rotting fungi also is there, polyporous fungi. Okay, you know the most important, kerosene fungi. Kerosene fungi, which is the kerosene fungi? Amorphotheca resina is the kerosene fungi. Amorphotheca resinae is the kerosene fungi. Okay, which grown on kerosene, which also provide the iron material, whatever the metals, to spoil the metals. Metals will be totally spoiled if attack these fungi. You know the poisonous mushrooms I already told you. Amanita muscaria, Amanita pallidis. Amanita pallidis is the death cap. Amanita muscaria is the Nashana Devaduta. And Scleroderma citrinum. You know, aflatoxins which are produced. So many allergens also is there in the fungi. So many alkaloids in the fungi which cause damage in the nervous system. That is psilocybe and Amanita. So many toadstools, poisonous fungi are there. Very deadly poisonous, you know, Amanita pallidis, Amanita verna. Okay. I like this. These all are most important points in the economic important point of view. Okay, in that famine, from the famine, one question raised from the fermented products or from the medicine products or in the research, neurospora, penicillin, Saccharomyces. From that, the question raised, and you know the cheese and edible mushrooms and wild edible mushrooms. From that, the question raised, and the poisonous mushrooms. Which among is the poisonous mushroom? From that, also question raised. Agriculture importance of the fungi, the mycorrhiza. Phosphate solubilizing fungi. Which among is the phosphate solubilized fungi? Which are the nitrogen fixers? Which are the decomposers? Which loosen the soil? Which we use as a bioindicators? Which fungi cause which disease? Which fungi cause which famine? Like that, they ask the questions. And vinegar, citric acid, ketogenic acid, or amylase, or vitamin D produced from, or by using, like that, they ask the question. Vitamin D from, by using which fungi? Claviceps purpurea, I already told you, which cause ergot disease. Ergodin is the precursor of the vitamin D source. You know, vitamin D we get from the sun. Okay, these are the, oh, already 9. Oh, so much of the time I have taken. Okay, so many important questions are there from this. You get, again, you get through this topic what I told. You repeat it, you recall it, so that you will remember. You will get the good score by answering these questions very simply if you listen carefully. Okay, these are very, very important topic in general and in specific subject wise also. The importance of the fungi is very, very useful. Okay, so many biotechnological food products, bakery and beverages, alcohol, proteins, organic acids, vitamins, enzymes, hormone, gibberellin, and trisporic acid also, trisporic acid hormone also from the fungi. Trisporic acid. Because of trisporic acid only, it shows the heterothallism. Heterothallism, a black sleep. Trisporic acid used as a recognizer of the opposite stains. Trisporic acid. Okay, like this, so many important points are there. You go through these points, you write, you tick for the correct answer. Okay. Only 12. This very few people are listening. Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we close up?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, regarding of this class, any doubt, my dear friends?
Any
If you have
doubt?
any doubt, please ask our respected resource person.
From the pomaines, question raised. From the mushrooms, question raised. From the biotechnological point of view, in the research point of view, which fungi we use, that also question raised. From the mycorrhiza also question raised. From the enzymes also, there is a chance for the question enzymes, vitamins, acids. These are so many important points are there. Okay. SCP, single cell protein, which fungi we use in the single cell protein? You know, SCP, algae, fungi, bacteria, we use the single cell protein SCPs. Okay. Okay, any questions? Any doubts? Any clarifications? Very few are attending.
Majority are they are left.
Taking lot of time for only few students.
Some of they are left just now, sir. 25
Okay.
25 students, more than 25 they are joined.
Okay, bye.
Okay, sir. Really fantastic information regarding of today's class. Majority of all the points are covered in the economic importance of fungi, plant diseases caused by fungi, and vitamins, hormones, enzymes, organic acids, even though antibiotics, SCPs. Okay, so these are all very, very important area of the which we can scoring points. So today's class is very important class, sir. Really, you have given the wonderful time, more than 2 hours of time you have to spare for our young aspirants for the CPGET 2023, and also some of the aspirants, they are JL and DL aspirants also, they are get benefited from this your class, sir. Really, thank you very much, sir. Hats up to you. Excellent information. You are gathered the information and presented excellently in this class, sir. Really, hats up to you. Thank you, sir. So tomorrow we will meet.
Okay, thank you.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.